going to Denton. Found a post on 5 Mile that was fairly old, couple weeks at least. And a whole bunch of random stuff. I saw a guitar there, but in the corner of the picture is what looks like a Silverface Champ. They wanted $250, bunch of speakers, like a mixer for a turntable, and some sort of Ibanez like RG guitar. So I'm meeting them at the U-Haul in Denton. Gonna go check it out. I don't really want the other stuff, so I'm gonna see if I can get just the guitar and the amp. Hopefully everything's in good condition. It's kind of a blurry picture, so we'll see when we get there. Well, I'm here. I sent the person I'm supposed to meet a message about 5 minutes ago, and they said they'd be up in a minute, so I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping this pans out. It's kind of a weird situation. Actually, I think this may be her. This is not going at all the way I thought it was going to. So, she came up here, and she had all this stuff on one of these carts, and she's like, "Do you know where the guitar is?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she said the guitar was right up against that stuff. And it's not there, obviously. And she asked me if I had it. And she started like freaking out. And apparently she had left the guitar there, and she said someone took it. So she took all the stuff and went back down or up, I'm not sure. She went on the elevator to her unit and is looking for the guitar. So I don't know, this is getting to be pretty odd. She looked kind of methed out, so I hope I don't get stabbed. This whole thing, I'm not real sure what to think about it. Still waiting for her to come back up. She did have the amp on the cart, so I saw that it is there. I don't know what I'm going to do if she doesn't have the guitar. I really don't want all the other stuff. The amp's really the thing that I want anyways, so this is worthwhile as long as she comes back up with it. So I think I'm going to offer $100 for the amp and just see if I can get away with that, but we'll see. She did not find the guitar. I ended up having to take everything that she had. I tried to get her to let me just have the amp, but she didn't want to do that. I told her, you know, she comes up and she's like, "I don't know what to do." She was freaking out and doing this dance, talking about how her boyfriend was going to lose his shit. I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to pay you full price for everything without a guitar." And she's like, "Well, how much will you give me?" And I said, $100 for the amp. She said, "No, I can't do that. I can't do that." She wanted $150 for everything. I got her down to $125, so I have all this crap in the back of my car. I'm gonna go try to get rid of it real quick, and then I'm gonna go to this place called Fat Shack that I actually saw a sign for in the Denver airport. Looks really good, hamburger place. Got it in my GPS, but I think before I go there, I'm gonna try to unload all those speakers. So I think what happened with her, I was thinking about it while I was waiting for her to come up and do her weird methed out hippie dance. She, I think they sold the guitar. Like I said, the listing had been on for a couple of weeks at least, and I think someone came and bought the guitar and they didn't know what the amp was, so they passed on the amp. And instead of telling me that, she just kind of did this whole thing. So the amp is not a Champ, it's actually a Vibrochamp, which is even better. I spent some time before I came out here looking at how to date them, and I'm not entirely certain. I want to look it up again, but I think that this one is like somewhere between like a 74 to a 78. It has a few issues with it. It's not perfect. I will show you all of that after I get rid of all this other stuff, but for $125 it's kind of hard to beat, and it'll be a fun project to restore it back to original and rock out on it. So here's what I ended up keeping. Like I said, this mixer thing. This is a recorder, a Tascam. It's got a hard drive in it, and then I think, actually, I don't think it has a hard drive. I think it's a CD burner. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a power supply for that. If not, you know, I don't know. Do whatever I can with it. And this is the amp. So few things wrong with it right off the bat. One of the knobs is missing. Grill cloth is a little torn. Seems to have orange in it, which I think is an indicator of the year. So we'll use that when we date it. Back here, so is the tube chart, so that's cool. Speaker's not original. It's just some cheap Taiwan speaker. And then this, there's supposed to be a tube here, but it's some sort of a solid state transistor tube replacement thing. So gonna try to find all the parts to replace it, get a new knob and new speaker and tube for it. I don't think I'm gonna bother even plugging it in and testing it until I get those things. I want to hear this thing sounding pure, so we're gonna leave it how it is for now. I'm at Fat Shack, already made my order, waiting on that to get the food. We'll talk about that. So I ended up getting an order of mozzarella sticks, which looked awesome. On their menu they said that was one of their most popular appetizers. And then the sandwich is called a fat doobie, which couldn't pass up on that. I got the small, I believe it's like fried chicken. Oh, look at that thing, that's a mess. Oh, it smells good. What's a honey mustard? Oh, I'm excited for that. It's wrapped in some paper. Oh, look at that thing. French fries. That is just, wow. So, I gotta drive back to work. So, I'm gonna eat this in the car on my way back. Hopefully I don't make too big of a mess. And, once I get done with it, I'll let you guys know what I thought about it. I just got done eating. And Fat Shack is awesome. Very good food. Mozzarella sticks were really good. Fresh, crisp. The sandwich I got was that fat doobie. And normally a sandwich like that, or a burrito or whatever that's stuffed with French fries, I kind of don't like the French fries because they get soggy. And they were soggy in this, but the sauce, which was the honey mustard that was making them soggy, totally worth it. And then you still have that crisp with the chicken, so it wasn't lacking in the crisp that you would get with the French fries. The French fries were freshly cooked and just drenched in honey mustard, and then they had like caramelized onions in there too. Man, it was just really good. So that place obviously is catering to two types of people: the late night party crowd. I guess three types: the late night party crowd, the people with munchies, and then fat asses like me that'll sit there and devour an entire thing of fried food for lunch because they aren't smart enough to know that they probably shouldn't do that. So I'm glad that there's places that will cater to me. I very much enjoy it and highly recommend it. I'm on my way out to, of all places, Denton again to get a speaker for that Vibrochamp that I got in Denton the other day. I was looking around on the internet. I checked out eBay, Reverb, you know, usual suspects, trying to see if I could find one, and they were just too expensive. I didn't want to pay the prices people were asking. And I got super lucky, and I found hidden in someone's Craigslist post from like 2 months ago in the DFW area, obviously, because it's in Denton, a speaker for that amp, a Fender speaker. And he only wants $20 for it, which is great because online they're like 40, 50 bucks. And this one, you know, if I spend 15 bucks and there's something wrong with it, I guess I'll have to probably buy one of the more expensive ones, but I am willing, it's worth it to me to take the risk. So I'm driving out here again. I'm actually going to meet the guy at a Buc-ee's, which I'll get some film of the Buc-ee's for the people that don't live in Texas. It's quite the experience. I love Buc-ee's. Show you some beaver nuggets, get a brisket sandwich, you know, do the whole 9 yards. Once I get out here, I'll probably try to negotiate with the guy a little bit anyways. I still can't believe that it was on Craigslist. I honestly wonder, this is probably highly unlikely, but what if it's the speaker from the amp that I bought the other day? That would be pretty weird. Anyways, I'll let you know how it goes. Can't beat a quick transaction like that. I got next to the guy's car, hopped out, took a look at it. Oh, almost dropped it. Yeah, it's bright. There you go. You can see the Fender logo on it. It's a little faded, but anyways, kind of gave it away a little earlier, but offered him 15. He took it, gave it to him, and we were done. So pretty good deal. Cone looks good. Everything's nice on it. So like I said earlier, I'm not even gonna bother testing or trying out the other amp, even hearing what that speaker sounds like. So we'll put this guy in and wait to fire it up until that's in there so that we can hear it in its right state. So we are at Buc-ee's, and like I said, I want to get a little bit of film of that, some beaver nuggets, and get some food. So we'll go do that. You know a gas station means business when they have baskets and shopping carts. This place is crazy. I love it. So I ended up getting beaver chips, which are highly addictive. Sliced brisket sandwich, which is also really good. Something I haven't tried yet, the pecan divinity log. And last but not least, beaver nuggets. These are like puffed corn with like salted caramel on them. These things are amazing. Could eat a whole bag by myself, which is not good, but also awesome. Gotta have beaver nuggets.